Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another volume review. Today's volume review is going to be on one that's going to be hard to find, but that's going to be Himari no Mawari. There's only about 20 chapters out, and I think that completes it to 3 volumes. I read the first volume, and it was pretty cool and sweet. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this one. It has a lot of genres that overlap with each other, but I would say there's some type of romance, comedy, slice of life, and I would say a little of cyanide, kind of adult humor or adult content, I guess you can say. So that's where you put the categories for this one. Before I continue, guys, though, a few things. If you haven't done so by now, there is a giveaway happening here in my channel. We'll be announcing the winners on October 1st, so make sure you go check it out and get yourself some free merch. Thank you so much for everyone who has been subscribing. Depending when this is posted, probably by now we have probably met our monthly goal. I think as of recording this, we're like one person away. So I think by the time this video released, I can be really celebrating that we have reached 3,600. So thank you so much for that. Our next goal is 3,700, and let's see how close we can get to it before even the month ends. So, okay, this is going to be volume 1, which is 6 chapters, and then kind of like mini chapter at the end. And they usually do that to kind of give us an afterword or to give us kind of more information of what's going on in the series. We follow essentially this guy who very much throughout the first volume, he says over and over again that his goal in life is to make everything efficient as possible, right? His time is efficient and his life is efficient. So he kind of has become a hikikomori. Is that the word? Hikikomori, the people that stay at home and really don't do much. That's basically what he has been doing. Staying home, not doing much, not really have that many friends. Does what he has to do, what's required of him, and that's about it. He is surprised by a girl who is in his house and is insisting that they should hang out. And then he realizes, after she explains to him who she is, that it is his new younger sister. His dad, who never is at home, very typical, remarried, and because he married a woman that had a daughter, and this daughter decided that she wanted to come home and live with her Oni-san, her brother. So now they're basically having to live together, and he, in the first chapter, essentially establishes, or first 2 chapters, establishes the fact that he wants to do the stuff as fast as possible and not deal with, not being able to do stuff in a essential manner. And she basically is all about, we need to do stuff to do it together just to have fun. So you kind of have these 2 kind of persons. They're very opposite. One is more of a destination. We have to get there. Doesn't matter how, we're going to get there as fast as possible. And then we have the girl who is very much of a trip person. We're going to get there when we get there, but I want to enjoy every little thing that comes with getting there. So very opposite way of thinking, and obviously it's cute for them to interact. He just seems to be a grump throughout the entire series, but she sees past his grumpiness and how, he doesn't mean harm. He does have a sweetheart, and he does. His character is actually not that much of a jerk. In chapter 3, I believe, is when we're introduced to his neighbor, who is a childhood frenemy, I guess you can consider her. They've always kind of butted heads, but they're neighbors. They live close to each other. They used to hang out when they were little. She brings stuff to his house when her mom tells her to bring him stuff. So they're kind of, in a way, close, but also not so close. And she picks it up from the bat. She's like, you guys are real close. And they're like, no, we're not. And she's like, yeah, you guys are real close. And the little sister obviously wants that relationship with her brother. She wants a closeness with Oni-san. Now, we don't get an answer of why she's seeking that throughout the entire volume. I thought we were, but we didn't. The last chapters is really all three of them hanging out, and they go through different things like where is she gonna sleep? Are you being a creeper to your sister? Or then they go to a festival together. So it's kind of fun. And throughout the entire thing, it's very much her letting them know that she knows that they're closer than they are, that they seem to portray, and that she wants to be as close to Onisan as possible. Now, the neighbor, the girl, seems to be also infatuated with the little girl, not with the neighbor. So, you get a little bit of Yuri action from that, Yuri vibe from that. Very much kind of like Kibawashi Dragon Maid, whatever that anime was, where you get this girl who's kind of like a tough girl, and she is infatuated with the pretty girl of the series. So that's very much kind of the vibe you get from that girl in this volume. Now, the entire thing focuses on them three eventually, and they become basically the main characters of the series. At the end of the volume, the sixth chapter, she is getting ready to go to school. She's excited. It's her first time going to this new school. She wants to make friends. This is where we get a little bit of what's going on. It gets a little bit more serious. And it doesn't get too serious, but serious enough where I go, there's something more that she's not telling us that is going on in her life. This is why she wants affection. A lot of girls that are like that, or people, not just girls, boys as well. I don't want to be sexist. Boys and girls, when they seek attention at a level that she's at, is because something is missing in their life. Now, it could be that she's just always wanted an Onisan, a brother. It could be that her father, wherever he is, divorced or dead, has left a hole in her life. Or it can be something more, because in this chapter, she's so excited about making friends, and we kind of get like a flash of the characters that we're going to see in Volume 2. And then she kind of doesn't respond to the fact of, why doesn't she have old friends from her old school? What's going on with that? She doesn't really explain all that. And I kind of feel like she maybe has always been a lonely person, not just in the house, but in school as well. So I think we're going to get more of a serious note. The extra little chapter at the end, we kind of get the same vibe. It's her talking to her mother before she moves in with Oni-san. And her mother's like, you can just come with us and enjoy the honeymoon and the vacation that we're going to have on travel around the world. She's like, no, I want to meet my brother, and I want to hang out with him, and I want to be close to him. And the way that she expresses it almost seems like she's trying to fill a hole. And I don't know what that hole is and who made it or what made it, but we're going to find out. And I'm excited for it. And I know I've tend lately to really read in between the lines on these series, but I like to do that because the seriousness of the writer, some writers, although they're writing comedies and although they're writing slice of lives or even romance, there's still a serious note behind it that maybe they're trying to portray, and sometimes readers miss it because they're so focused on all the bells and whistles, all the distractions of the actual heart of the story. They're so distracted with the pretty girl and how he did an ecchi scene here and how it's the big epidemic moments of the stories and stuff like that. But sometimes they miss the heart of the story, and that's what I'm seeking for. And we'll see what happens in Volume 2. I will be reading it, and I'll be reviewing it for you guys. For now, out of 10, I'm going to put this one at a 7 out of 10. I think it's cute and sweet. It is seinen, but it's not that mature. I would say older teen is probably what would enjoy this series. I think people really, really, really will like this one. Go check it out. Go find it. It's kind of hard again to find, but you guys can find it online. There's, I believe, 3 volumes out, and I'll be reviewing them as fast as possible here. Thank you for your love and support again, guys. If you have not done so, check out the links down there below. Get yourself some free anime and manga in my giveaway, and also see you on TikTok and Twitter. See you guys.